everybody, I am Rory Tillman with Totally Rory International, bringing you an ingredient from our recipe for prosperity. For over 25 years, I've worked with people all over the world as an empathic healer, and I've used my intuition to help people discover, heal, and release their blocks so that they can realize their fullest potential. Now today we're going to talk about identifying and removing blocks. Those things in the way of you having the wealth that you desire. Then before we wrap up, I'm going to give you access to 2 free downloads of powerful albums of brain evolutionizing system. And then I'm also going to give you a meditation that I created that's going to help you release your money blocks. So let's get started. Most people have no idea why they have broke, busted, and disgusted mentalities. Why they're broke and they struggle. It just has become a way of life for them, you know? They don't know anything but the struggle. Being a struggleaholic is it's like a disease for them, you know? Once you start on this track, it's like an addiction. You start creating and manifesting more and more and more ways to struggle. You become in alignment with your thoughts, your words, your actions. They all are in alignment with struggle. You know, you become a struggleaholic. Now, I know this sounds crazy that somebody would actually create a life of struggle, but people do it day in and day out. And the biggest block in your money, in manifesting your money, is the conditioning of your mind. Your mind is where it all starts. You have to decide what you want your life to look like in spite of what your reality might look like in that moment. Sometimes it's hard to see through your reality, you know, when shit just seems like it just isn't working out, you know what I mean? So you really have to work on that. It's not the easiest thing to be somewhere that you're not, you know? This is one reason why I teach having visualizations to manifest, because the reality might appear bleak, but you can imagine anything in your mind's eye. I remember one of my coaches recently, her name's Tiana Burse or Tiana Nicole. She said that meditating is like accessing a virtual reality. If you listen to successful people, most of them do some form of meditation every day. I know I have habits of creating visions of grandeur. That's my thing. Big deals, big ass goals, you know, like eating a big elephant. And sometimes this grandeur actually would get in the way of my progress. Although I knew that eating an elephant was was like eating an elephant one bite at a time, it still would feel somewhat overwhelming. So I had to recondition my mind, and I had to remember that sometimes I might not know exactly what all the steps in the process were, but if I continue to move forward, the road would be paved before me. And that's what I see happening all the time now. I saw that happening time and time again. So I believe that, you know, you really have to do this. This is what has to take place. You have to have belief in what you're doing. And I talk to people about hope sometimes. You have to have belief, not hope. Because hope, sometimes when you have hope, there's a shadow of a doubt. You know what I mean? That's why that I don't push hope so much. Even though it's a nice word, I push absolute certainty. That's what you have to have, absolute certainty that you will have your desires and that it will serve your highest good. So how do you stop being a struggleaholic, which is one of the most serious money blocks? How do you do that? The first thing that you have to do is recognize that you are a struggleaholic. Do you always live paycheck to paycheck? Or less than paycheck to paycheck? Do you find yourself saying things like, I just live to pay bills, or I just can't catch a break, or it's always something, or if it ain't one thing, it's another, or Lord, what next? Do you find yourself saying those things? Honestly, it was difficult coming up with a few things, you know, when I was putting this together, because I try to condition myself. I shouldn't even say the word try, but I condition myself not to say words like that, to refrain from those words, because they have low vibrations and they breed negative vibrating situations. You think like that, you'll create like that, you know? I have a friend who felt that struggle and suffrage was the way to the light. And he used to say that all the time, and he used to use that as an excuse for why he was accepting this bull crap in his life, you know? So he used to just have struggle all the time, and that's what he focused on. His energy, his tone of voice. He was always vibrating so low, like he was in a minor depression. Not to say that he was, but that's just how it felt. And me, because I'm an empath, it really wasn't good for me to associate regularly with a person like that or with people like that. So anyway, every time you're about to say something negative about your financial state, replace the statement with a higher vibrating statement. Even if it's a positive affirmation, because sometimes it's going to be a positive affirmation, okay? And then I want you to smile behind that positive affirmation. For example, instead of saying, I live to pay bills, say, I am so grateful that all my bills are paid. And don't say anything at all if you can't figure out how to state something in a more positive way. Just be quiet. Just button your lips, okay? How my mother used to say when I was younger, button your lips. The thoughts and words are the beginning of the reconditioning of your mind to remove the money blocks. I have a mini course that's a blueprint for manifesting abundance, which is a 7-day intensive course that leads you to manifesting the things that you desire. So definitely check into that. And again, what I do is help people discover, heal, and release blocks so that they might realize their fullest potential. You got to get these blocks out of the way. And what you need to know is that having an abundant life, it is a process. It is not something that you wake up one day and you're just abundant, okay? You have a process. You may need some help. If you need some help, get a good healing coach. I like healing coaches because number one, I am one, but I found that when I go to coaches for some help, you know, not all help you need a spiritual or healing coach, but when I go to some coaches, they only know what they know. And to me, someone that can help me heal a block or heal a situation instead of just helping me recognize I have one and then I don't know what to do with it, it's a little bit better. You have more of an advantage when you go to someone like that. So as you know, all these things, all these tips are here for you on our Totally Rory channel, and I definitely want you to subscribe if you like what you heard here with the Recipe for Prosperity. Subscribe to us, like us on social media, and definitely share the videos if you like them and if you think that somebody else can benefit, because that's what they're here for. And lastly, I didn't forget to get access to the 2 free albums that retrain your brain to manifest your desires, and to get the meditation that I'm going to give you that's going to guide you through clearing your money blocks. All you have to do is click the link below or in the description box and enter your email address and your name, and you will get immediate access to the things that I'm giving you today. So stay tuned for more tips, and remember that your words are your wand, so only speak life over your future. See you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Totally Rory channel. I hope that the clip that you just watched helps you to enhance your life in some kind of way, because it's my truest desire for you to create the life that you desire, for you to have that abundant life that you want for yourself. So click the subscribe button so that you could never miss any of the tips that we have for you on our channel. And don't forget to click the link in the description box or the link on the video so that you can receive your free gift. And lastly, if you feel that this video could help somebody else, even if it could just help one person, please share the video on social media. And the last thing is, I want you to remember that you deserve to live the life of your dreams. So stay tuned. Peace.